Hey, welcome back to Cosmic Chapter House, where we decode life, money, and the universe in the simplest, most human way possible. This letter wasn't written to make history. It was written because someone was afraid. It was not written by a president, not by a general, not even by a politician. It was written by a man who feared what humans were about to discover. In the summer of 1939, the world was holding its breath. War clouds gathered over Europe. Science was moving faster than wisdom. And one letter quietly began its journey. Albert Einstein was already famous, not for power, but for ideas. Years earlier, his work had revealed something unsettling. That matter could be turned into unimaginable energy. At first, it was just equations on paper. Beautiful, abstract. But then other scientists realized something terrifying. If this energy could be controlled, it could become a weapon the world had never seen. Einstein himself was not working on weapons. In fact, he was a pacifist, but he received disturbing news. German scientists were experimenting with uranium. A chain reaction was no longer a theory. It was becoming possible. And if Nazi Germany reached it first, the consequences would be irreversible. Einstein understood something crucial. He had ideas, but no authority. So he did the only thing he could. He wrote a letter. But here's what most people don't know. Einstein didn't actually write the letter alone. The words were shaped by another mind, a physicist named Leo Szilard, with help from Edward Teller and Eugene Wigner. Einstein lent something even more powerful than words, his name. The letter was addressed to Franklin D. Roosevelt, the President of the United States. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't long, it was careful, measured. Einstein warned that a new kind of bomb might be possible, one capable of destroying entire cities in a single strike, and he urged the US government to pay attention. The letter is dated August 1939, but it didn't reach the president then. It waited until October, while Europe moved closer to war, while time quietly slipped away. When Roosevelt finally read it, there was no panic. He read it calmly. Then he reportedly said something simple but decisive. This requires action. And with that sentence, history shifted direction. And when Roosevelt acted, it wasn't urgency. He approved just $6,000, enough to explore, not enough to alarm. Even world-changing decisions sometimes begin quietly. The letter led to meetings. The meetings led to funding. The funding led to secrecy. But there's another uncomfortable truth. Einstein never worked on the atomic bomb. He wasn't invited in. In 1940, the US government denied him security clearance, not because he lacked intelligence, but because he believed too deeply in peace. Eventually, the effort became the Manhattan Project, the largest scientific endeavor the world had ever seen. Thousands of scientists, billions of dollars, one goal: to build the weapon before someone else did. In 1945, the atomic bomb was used. The war ended, but the world was changed forever. Years later, Einstein said something heartbreaking. "If I had known that the Germans would not succeed, I would never have lifted a finger." The letter he wrote to prevent disaster had helped unlock a new one. And that is why this letter matters. Not because it created power, but because it revealed something deeply human. That knowledge carries responsibility. That intentions don't always control outcomes. And that sometimes the most powerful force in history is not an army, but a piece of paper, written at the right moment, by someone who understood the stakes. This was the day a letter changed the course of history. If you found value today, This is where you gently support the universe. Like, share, subscribe. It keeps this cosmic classroom glowing. Thank you.